everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you are new here then hello and welcome. My name's Alexis and today I want to share with you my deep clean. So I'm going to be cleaning all of the places I should clean but don't. As I just mentioned, today I want to share with you my deep clean. So I have been cleaning all of the items in our house that I should really clean but don't. So yes, due to the situation, COVID, or just my laziness, probably more likely, I have put off cleaning certain items in our home, but recently I decided to try and really motivate myself and start cleaning these items because they were in need of a really good clean. And while I was doing that, I thought I'd make a video of it. So here is my deep clean of all the items I should clean but don't. First place I decided to start was the washing machine. This is an area that I probably should clean a bit more than I do. I do try to clean this area though because I find that the washing machine works a little bit better when I clean it. So the first thing I did was to remove the drawer, and then I just used a little bit of method spray and I just sprayed inside the drawer and gave that a quick clean. And then once that was clean, I then moved on to cleaning the drum as well. I find that the washing machine, as I said, works better once it's been cleaned, especially the drawer as well. If I give that a really good clean, the washing machine tends to run more smoothly. And I'm just wiping the drum. I normally do try to wipe the drum after most washes, but sometimes I forget. So yes, I wiped the outside as well just to make it look a bit more sparkly and shiny, and then I also wiped the inside as well, and I made sure that I went round the rim as well of the drum because I tend to, Howard actually went into the drum the other day and he went into the rim and he found some hairbands and a sock in there, so stuff does get caught in that part. And then once that was done, I then moved on to cleaning the drawer. The drawer does get very dirty, I have to say, and I do find that it gets clogged up with fabric softener nowadays as well, so I do have to give this part of the washing machine a really good clean. Probably more than I do, but I do try to do this quite regularly. Once I've cleaned the washing machine drawer, I then put it back, and I'm going to put the washing machine on for a run without any clothes in it. So what I've just done is I've added some bicarbonate of soda to the powder drawer, and I'm going to add some white spirit vinegar to the fabric conditioner part of the drawer, and I'm just going to put the washing machine on a 40-degree wash with no clothes in it, as I said. And I find that the washing machine actually smells a lot fresher when I do this. You can also add things like tea tree oil or peppermint oil to the fabric conditioner if you're a bit worried about the vinegar smell. That will but the vinegar smell does go after a while. It doesn't really smell of vinegar anymore, and the tea tree oil will help the washing machine to smell fresher. I have tried this in the past. I didn't do it today, but I have done it in the past, and I do find that the washing machine smells a lot better. So now I'm moving on to cleaning the tumble dryer, and as you can see, I've taken out the drawer of the tumble dryer and I'm giving all the parts of the tumble dryer a clean. I've taken out the filters and I'm just using a hoover to hoover inside where the filter is. I find that a lot of dust tends to fall down here, so it's a good idea to hoover down here. I find the tumble dryer actually works a lot better once we've given it a clean. So I'm cleaning all around the outside, and I'm cleaning the door as well, and as I said, I'm going to be cleaning the filters in a little while as well. Once the tumble dryer is clean, I then move on to cleaning the filters of the tumble dryer. So I'm going to give these a wash under the tap. I don't do this very often because our filters seem to be wearing away, we don't really want to buy any more because parts for things like dishwashers and tumble dryers always seem to be really expensive. So I'm trying to be very careful with the filters, but they are wearing away. We may need to buy some new ones soon, but for now I'm just trying to clean them as carefully as possible. So I try to give them a wash as best I can, and I try to get rid of any excess dust that may have built up in here. As I said, I don't wash these too often because they are starting to wear away, but I do always try to clean them after every cycle that the tumble dryer has been on, because I do find that it works a lot better if you clean out a lot of the dust from these. And now I've moved on to cleaning the drawer as well, so I'm just giving that a quick clean. And I'm going to put the drawer back into the tumble dryer and the filters back in as well. And then I'm just literally going to leave this now. I don't do anything else to it. And then the next day I use the tumble dryer again and it works brilliantly. So next I'm moving on to cleaning the kettle, and for this job I'm going to be using white spirit vinegar again. I had a look on the internet and it said that white spirit vinegar was very good at cleaning the kettle. So I'm just pouring about 250 mils of white spirit vinegar, I think it was, and then I poured 250 mils of water in, and then I put those into the kettle and I left it to boil. So I think I'm just adding a bit more because it said to fill the kettle up to about 3/4 full on the video that I watched. And as I said, I'm just boiling the kettle, and I'm going to leave that to boil now. While the kettle is boiling, I'm going to move on to cleaning the bin lid. So I'm just using some white spirit vinegar and some peppermint oil to clean the bin lid. The bin lid we tend to try to clean as regularly as we can. Today it's not too dirty, but we have left it before and it's become quite filthy, so I do like to give it a quick clean every so often. Normally when we do the cleaning at the weekend is the time when we will clean the bin lid, and we'll just give it a quick wipe over just to make sure it's clean. But I do like to give it a proper clean, and the bin I think we probably clean once a month at least, because it does tend to get a bit dirty in there. And then once that's done, the kettle has boiled, so I'm pouring away the liquid that was in the kettle, and I'm refilling the kettle again. And then once the kettle is full, I'm going to put this on to boil a couple more times. While I wait for the kettle to boil, I'm going to clean this sink as well. Now this is a job we definitely don't do enough, I don't think. So I'm putting some bicarbonate of soda into the sink, and then I'm going to add some white spirit vinegar to that, and I'm going to let that dissolve in the sink. And then once that's dissolved and the kettle is boiled, I'm going to pour hot water on the top, and this helps to disperse any gunk that might be sitting in your drains. Yeah, I just find this a really effective way to get rid of any bad smells as well. So once I've poured the water, I'm then going to add some peppermint oil down the sink as well, and I'm cleaning out the kettle again because it's been boiled, and it says to boil it one more time after that. So I'm going to put the kettle on to boil, and now I'm going to move on to cleaning the sink. Now this is a job I do quite regularly, but I probably don't do enough, to be honest with you. So here I'm using some, I think it was cream cleaner I got from the internet. It's an organic cream cleaner, and I find this does the best job on my sink. I will leave a link in the description box below for you. This isn't an advert for them. I just find this does a really good job at cleaning this sink. It's non-toxic and non-harmful as well. And as I mentioned earlier, now I'm just using a few drops of peppermint oil down the sink to make sure it doesn't smell too bad. And this I find really effective as well. And I'm also going to clean my computer screen, because I find that my computer screen is another job I probably don't do enough. My computer screen does tend to get quite filthy, so what I've done is I have wet a cloth, just made it a bit damp, and then I've just added again some peppermint oil, and I'm just giving the screen and all the keys a clean. My computer is clean, I then move on to cleaning the windows at the back of our house. Now this might not seem like a very important job, and it might seem like these windows are clean. This video makes it look as though these windows are really clean and shiny, but I hate to tell you, these windows are filthy, and my son has taken a liking to writing on the windows. There is that much dirt on them. So for this job I'm going to be using my white spirit vinegar again. So I'm just pouring out a cup full of white spirit vinegar into a bowl of lukewarm water, and then again I'm going to be adding some peppermint oil. And you might be wondering why I'm using so much peppermint oil. It's because it's the one that always gets left in the box. So we like to buy a box of essential oils from Amazon, and I will link those in the description box below for you. This isn't an advert for Amazon or the essential oils, but the peppermint oil is always the one that doesn't seem to get used. So I'm trying to use it in my cleaning so that it gets used up, so it doesn't get left. So every time we order a box of oils, we always tend to end up with the peppermint oil left, and I have lots of it lying around the house. So as I said, I'm just trying to use it up in my cleaning now, and it does make a really nice cleaner, and it also makes the house smell really nice as well. So here I have cleaned the window with the wet cloth in the vinegar and peppermint oil solution, and then I'm just cleaning it with a newspaper. I find this the best way to clean the windows. I don't tend to find that I get any smears if I do it this way, and it's also really good exercise on the arms, I have to say. I had a really good workout cleaning the windows yesterday. inside windows were clean, I then move on to cleaning the outside windows, and I have to be honest and I have to admit that I don't think these windows have been cleaned for a whole year. Due to the situation and Ted being at home for some of the year and not at school, I haven't had the chance to do these little jobs, but I'm really pleased I'm doing them now, and they did look a lot better once this job was finished. When the larger windows were clean, I then move on to cleaning the Velux windows that we have in our house just above these windows. This job is quite difficult, and I think you would probably need a proper step ladder to get up here, but I just wanted to give them a quick clean just to get rid of all the cobwebs that were up here. So I just cleaned them with the mop. It wasn't the best job, I have to say, but it did a good enough job, and yeah, it does look a bit brighter at the back of the house now. So once the windows were clean, I then move on to giving the fridge a quick clean. So here I'm not going to take out any of the shelves, I'm just going to take out the items of food and clean the shelves shelf by shelf. This is another job I should probably do more regularly than I actually do. The shelves, I have to say, aren't too filthy, and those boxes that I bought, I'm really pleased with those boxes. So I've done a video on that, which I will try to link in the description box below for you. So I did a fridge clean, and I bought some boxes for the fridge to hold things like cheeses and sauces at the bottom, and I have to say they are working really well, and I actually think that they're keeping the fridge a lot cleaner, because when you put a packet in, I just put it in the box and it doesn't tend to smear all over the shelf. So I definitely think they've been really handy and really helpful as well. And it's also easier to find food in this fridge now as well, that everything is in a basket. So everything has a place and everything's in its place, like my grandmother used to say. So yes, once I've cleaned all the shelves and I clean right down the bottom of the fridge, I'm going to move on to cleaning the vegetable box. And I have to say, I do this job more regularly than I do cleaning the fridge. I tend to clean this out every time we have a vegetable delivery. So we order from Tesco's once a week, and I do find myself cleaning this box because I like to put the new veg at the bottom, so I take all of the old veg out and then I find things have spilt in the bottom of the veg box. So I definitely do give this a better clean than I do the rest of the fridge. So I'm just giving it a clean now because, as you can see, a lot of veg is spilt in the bottom. And then once that's clean, I then put that back into the fridge, and that is all of my small jobs that I should clean and don't done. That's how I've cleaned all of the items I should clean but don't, and that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching. Please feel free to give me a big thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and please feel free to leave any comments below, and please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. See you all soon. Bye.